This week I'm in Porto Covo in Portugal at a reasonably dark sky location to do some walking and some astronomy if conditions permit. I've released a few vlogs before about my travel astronomy. I go to the Isle of Wight quite frequently, and I also took my astronomy gear on holiday to Devon, and I was able to observe the partial eclipse of the moon, which was a fabulous event. So what are good locations for astronomy? Well, first of all, dark skies. It's worthwhile studying. There's been quite a few new dark sky reserves declared in the UK. I think the latest of which was Cranbourne down in Somerset, which I've been to and is really excellent. There is a bit of light glow coming up from Salisbury, but quite a good location. In recent years, I've been to the Isle of Wight several times on star parties and with friends, and I have to say the Isle of Wight is an excellent location, particularly if you go to the back of the island where there's less sky glow from Bournemouth and Southampton. It's really nice down there. You get some absolutely beautiful skies, probably one of the better locations close to London. I do like the Isle of Wight. It's very nice and peaceful and tranquil, and I just love the 45-minute ferry journey across the Solent. I think you leave all your cares behind you as soon as you sail out of Portsmouth. The disadvantage with the Isle of Wight is, of course, you're still subject to some of the vagaries of British weather, and I've had quite a few wet and very cloudy star parties down there. I took my astronomy gear on holiday with me this year to Devon. We stayed on Bantham Beach, and one night when we had a partial eclipse of the moon, I took my equipment up onto the headland. The Milky Way was arching overhead, the partial eclipse came up, and it was just a beautiful evening. So really nice places in the UK to do astronomy. A couple of weeks ago I went away with 5 friends to the island of Palma in the Canary Islands, and the conditions there were absolutely brilliant. The Canary Islands has the advantage that it's obviously much further south. It's sat out in the Atlantic Ocean off the Western Sahara and gets some very stable air masses coming through, and the skies can be absolutely crystal clear. Probably some of the best I've seen in the world, maybe bar Australia. What I like about La Palma is you can go up on top of the mountain at 2,400 metres, you're above all the cloud and the atmospheric murk, and you get absolutely pristine views of the Milky Way. It really has a lot of contrast. You can pick out the dust lanes, you can pick out some of the fainter objects in the night sky. It's absolutely beautiful. However, there are some restrictions now on observing on top of the mountain. La Palma was particularly good for me because we were able to set our telescopes up around the pool deck at night. All you needed was a t-shirt and shorts, and it was very pleasant. You also get very long nights on La Palma. It gets dark around about 7:30 and doesn't get light again until 7:38 the following morning, so you can get a lot of imaging done overnight. Absolutely beautiful. We stayed about 700 metres above sea level, which again was above a lot of the cloud, and we had really great conditions for imaging, so that was a fantastic week. I'm staying in a very remote area here on the coast, and the conditions have been very good. Unfortunately, there is still a bit of light pollution coming up from the nearby city of Sinus, which is up the coast from here. There's a container port and an oil refinery, and that does flick up quite a lot of light onto the sky. However, conditions have been pretty good. I've managed to shield myself behind the chalet, and it's been very, very pleasant. This week, which is the last week in October, conditions have not been perfect. There have been quite a few cloudy nights. Dew has been relatively heavy in the early hours of the morning, and there's been quite a bit of cloud. But in between cloud, I have grabbed a couple of really spectacular astronomy nights. I do enjoy imaging in the UK. I do have an observatory in my backyard in Surrey, because when I was looking at upgrading my equipment, I thought I should be using the equipment that I had a lot more, rather than buying more equipment which maybe I would never use because of conditions. So with an observatory, it means I can be up and running in 5 to 10 minutes. However, if you do get the chance to travel and come to a location with beautiful clear skies, where it's hopefully a bit warmer at night and dew is less of a problem, I would highly recommend it. You've heard that this year I've been very lucky, and I've been able to travel to La Palma and to Portugal, and I'm sure in the years to come I'm going to experiment and explore very many new overseas dark sky locations. If you've enjoyed this, then please consider a like and subscribing to my channel. See you soon. Clear skies.